Welcome. We are GMPC, the nation's oil company. 300 million barrels was
Accra College of Medicine is the leading private medical college in the country, seeking to train doctors who are committed to excellence and have the heart power. With the state-of-the-art facilities, small class size, and an amazing faculty, we help our students learn better.
My dream of becoming a medical doctor is now a reality because at ACM, I am offered the best learning experience.
We are accredited by the National Accreditation Board and the Medical and Dental Council. ACM is affiliated to the University of Ghana with mentorship from the University of Ghana Medical School.
For those who want to pursue medicine, our doors are wide open. Accra College of Medicine is the place to be.
Visit www.acm.edu.gh to apply now. Accra College of Medicine, producing the next generation of health professionals.
whoever you're doing it for, we'll help you get it done. Simply. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA.
Yo, Charlie, what's up?
Bro, Adeo.
It's that time of the year again.
Abi, you know, we made it last year. What be the challenge for today?
Time travel is possible. All we have to do is find E.
This one day, we go need more time for that.
But we have the best data bundles.
Yeah, bro, I see.
Do more with Ghana's best data bundles on Airtel Tigo. Big time data, Sika Coco, Morning Rush, and other amazing offers. Dial star 111 hash now.
Airtel Tigo. Life is simple.
It's scary, isn't it? Putting yourself out there. Facing your fears. All you need to do is keep trying and give it everything you've got, because everything you need to achieve the impossible is already inside. So here's to the ones who give 100%. We celebrate you.
This advert is FDA approved.
Dano Milk. Go for it.
Here's innovation from Goyle that takes you further. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and Goyle has innovated to stay ahead. Expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. Goyle. Good energy.
Alande, make I walk you through my everyday life. Busy from the morning light. My to-do list long, schedule fit to overlap. So sharp, turn on mobile app. School fees check, light bills check. Do I'm with speed like a G4 jet. Be the day I am not upset. Check, I don't even use checks, city check.
Join the ABSA family and make fast, easy, and safe transactions with our digital products. Log on to absa.com.gh. No long tail. We like them simple and easy.
Believe me, no long tense in my life. No, like I'm simple and easy. I landed. Make I walk you through my everyday life. Busy from the morning light. My to-do list long, schedule fit to overlap. So sharp, turn on mobile app. School fees check, light bills check. Do I'm with speed like a G4 jet. Every other day I am not upset. Check, I don't even use checks to the check.
Join the Absa family and make fast, easy, and safe transactions with our digital products. Log on to absa.com.gh. No long tail. We like them simple and easy.
Believe me, no long things in my life. Like I'm simple and easy. Easy.
Welcome to the semi-finals of the 2022 National Science and Math Quiz. This is the last semi-final contest, and it features Opoku Ware School, St. Augustine'S College, and Adisadel College. This contest promises to be very interesting. Yes. But before we begin, I would like to remind you that we are in the Absa Bank money zone. What that means is that each point earned is worth 15 Ghana cedis to each member of the team. That is 3 students and 1 teacher. So there's a lot at stake. Before we meet the contestants, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors. The National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with Absa Bank and supported by Joy News, GOIL, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Airtel Tigo, GNPC, Dano Milk, Newmont Ghana, Academic City University College, Accra College of Medicine, Puma Drinks, Zipline, Studio HD, and YFM. My name is Elsiefa Kaufman. I am an Associate Professor of Biomedical Engineering and Dean of the School of Engineering Sciences, University of Ghana. Thank you. Now let's meet the contestants. Adisadel College is represented by
Abdul. Abdul Wadud Abdul Mumi.
Abuaje Yamike Prince.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
We are very fine.
All right. Are you aware that we are celebrating the International Year of Basic Sciences for Sustainable Development?
Yes, please.
That's great. I'm happy you know about it. Yes. So you study a lot of basic science.
Yes, please.
Give us some suggestions. How can we use this basic science to develop Ghana?
For me personally, I think we can tap into the benefits we can derive from renewable resources, such as our waste. So for waste that we produce in our homes, we can process them into other useful products, which would help us in the environment.
Thank you for that. I wish you well.
Thank you.
St. Augustine's College is represented by
Amma Benny Denzo. Sylvester.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
All right. So you know I'm talking about the International Year of Basic Sciences for Sustainable Development.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. You people are some of the best of our basic scientists, young ones in Ghana. Well, how do you see the future? Our use of the basic science we study to develop Ghana. What sort of things do you think we should be doing?
There are a lot of fossil fuel lying around that we've not yet tapped into. So I think going to the future, we should tap into such fossil fuels in order to generate a lot of energy.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Best wishes. Opoku Ware School is represented by
Edu Romeo Apia. Ajimandria Andrews.
You're welcome, gentlemen. How are you? Great. So you heard me asking about the International Year of Basic Sciences for Sustainable Development. In your opinion, what should we be doing? Because as for basic science, we are doing a lot of it, right? How can we use it to make progress in Ghana? In what ways? Give us a couple of ideas.
Well, I think firstly, we should promote the study of science and technology, which this show is doing very well. And by doing so, we give the children conservation spirit so that they will conserve energy, so that energy will not be wasted. And that will help sustain development in Ghana.
All right. Thank you for sharing that, and best wishes to you. Contestants, as always, the contest comes to you in 5 rounds. The first round is the round for fundamental concepts. I have simple and direct questions. I'm expecting simple and direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 remaining schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, 1 bonus point. If not, there is a penalty, 1 point. For questions which require calculations, you have 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations, you have 10 seconds to do so. All questions, gentlemen, all questions are to be attempted once only. If by any chance I'm unable to hear you and I request you to repeat your answer, I expect you to repeat the original answer. 1 attempt only. Okay? Thank you so much. And best wishes to everyone. First set of questions, 10 seconds. Opoku Ware School. What will be the effect on the boiling point of 1 decimeter cubed of water if 10 grams of potassium chloride is dissolved in it? Please explain your answer. Yes, Romeo.
So the boiling point of water will increase from 100 degrees Celsius to any temperature above that. This is because adding 10 grams of KCl increases the solid concentration of the water. And when water is not pure, its boiling point increases. And that will increase the boiling point by boiling point elevation.
I'll give you 1 out of 3. And I'll come back and explain to you. Be patient with me, okay? St. Augustine's, what will be the effect on the boiling point of 1 decimeter cubed of water if 10 grams of methanol is dissolved in it? Please explain your answer. Sylvester?
The boiling point of the water is expected to increase, and this is through a colligative property known as boiling point elevation. So upon addition of 10 grams of the methanol, it decreases the vapor pressure of the water, that is vapor pressure lowering, as a result causing a simultaneous increase in the boiling point of the water solution. That is, the methanol serves as an impurity and decreases the vapor pressure of the water solution, leading to a rapid increase in boiling point of the water. No.
That's incorrect. And for a bonus. I'll come back to you and explain in a bit. I'll come and explain to you in a bit. Adisadel College. At a pressure of 100 kilopascal, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Is the boiling point of water expected to be the same, higher or lower at 120 kilopascal? Please explain your answer. Yes, Abdul Wadud.
So the boiling point of water is expected to increase or to be higher than normal. This is because boiling point depends on the atmospheric pressure, or it's a property, it's a colligative property, and its elevation depends on the atmospheric pressure. Boiling point is defined as the temperature at which the saturated vapor pressure of a liquid is equal to the atmospheric pressure. So for water to boil at 120 kilopascal, its boiling point would be elevated, or the boiling point would increase.
1. All right, so let me explain systematically. Okay, so let me start with you since I just left you. Yes, the boiling point is expected to be higher. That is why you got the 1 point. Now, at the higher pressure, at the 120 kilopascal, a higher vapor pressure is required for boiling. You see my logic? A higher vapor pressure is required. If you are going to have this situation, then you need a higher temperature in order to be able to have the boiling to occur, right? So that was the explanation I was expecting. Okay. For you, you were to explain the effect on the boiling point of adding methanol, right? Okay. So methanol is more volatile than water, you agree? So if you add methanol, you increase the vapor pressure of the solution, and therefore the boiling point of the mixture will decrease. That was the reason. All right, and then Opoku Ware, you also had some trouble, right? Adding potassium chloride. You can understand from the explanation there. So the potassium chloride is non-volatile. So it has a high boiling point. This would decrease the vapor pressure of water, hence increasing the boiling point of the solution. That was the explanation. Next set, 30 seconds. I have a preamble to all schools. Please listen carefully to this preamble. Mass M1, which lies on a smooth inclined plane, is attached to one end of a light inextensible string, and mass M2 is attached to the other end. The string runs without slipping over the rim of a disk of radius 0.30 meter, and moment of inertia 0.90 kilogram meter squared. The disk is at the top of the incline and is free to rotate about its symmetry axis, that is horizontal, so that mass M2 moves vertically, whereas M1 moves along the inclined plane. The assembly is released from rest. I hope you got that preamble. You didn't? Oh, goodness. All right, let me try and give this preamble as quickly as possible. Mass M1, which lies on a smooth inclined plane, is attached to one end of a light inextensible string, and mass M2 is attached to the other end. The string runs without slipping over the rim of a disk of radius 0.30 meter and moment of inertia 0.90 kilogram meter squared. The disk is at the top of the incline and is free to rotate about its symmetry axis, that is horizontal, so that the mass M2 moves vertically, whereas M1 moves along the inclined plane. The assembly is released from rest. Now, Opoku Ware. Find the tension in the vertical string if M1 equals 24 kilogram, M2 is equal 45 kilogram, and the plane is inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal. Romeo?
The tension equals 2.8 by 10 exponent 2 Newton.
That's incorrect. For a bonus, the right answer is 0.26 kilonewton. You were close. All right. With the same preamble, St. Augustine's. Find the magnitude of the acceleration of the masses if m1 equals 14 kilogram and m2 equals 24 kilogram and the plane is inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal. Yes, Sylvester?
The acceleration is given by 4.5 meters per second squared.
You are incorrect. For a bonus, the right answer is 3.5 meters per second squared. With the same preamble. Find the magnitude of the acceleration of the masses if m1 equals 18 kilogram and m2 equals 32 kilogram and the plane is inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal. Abdul Wadud.
The one they have 8.2 meters per second squared.
That's incorrect. For bonus. The right answer is 3.8 meters per second squared. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. A number is selected randomly from the integers 1, 2, 3, and so on, all the way to 20. Find the probability that, did you get it? A number is selected randomly from the integers 1, 2, 3, on and on until 20. Find the probability that it is a multiple of 3 or 4. Andrews.
Okay, madam. We have a fraction with numerator 1 and denominator 2.
What is that fraction called? You are right. Otherwise known as half. With the same preamble. With the same preamble. It is a multiple of 3 or 5. Denzel?
9/20.
You're right. With the same preamble at Adisadel College, it is a multiple of 2 or 3. Abdul Wadud?
3/4.
That's incorrect. Yes, which of you, Andrews?
13/20.
Yes. Next set. Next set, 10 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Biological speciation occurs when individuals within a population undergo change to such a degree that they become a new and distinct species. Explain the given type of speciation. Opoku Ware. Allopatric speciation. Yes, Romeo.
Allopatric speciation. This is a type of speciation in which the species is split into two groups by geographical barriers, such that they are not able to come together and interbreed for a long period of time, and leads to specialization of the different groups into different species.
Yes. St. Augustine's. With the same preamble. Parapatric speciation. Yes, Denzel.
Parapatric speciation is a type of speciation which occurs in a geographical area, and then in this type of speciation there's a population of organisms, but they're situated at places with different conditions, so this prevents them from interbreeding among themselves, and the varying conditions causes speciation, and then this is also a side-by-side speciation.
I could barely hear him. Can you try and...
Parapatric speciation. Okay, parapatric speciation is a type of side-by-side speciation whereby in a given geographical area there exists a population of organisms, and then in this population there are different conditions, so thereby the organisms are being placed in different conditions, and this brings about speciation due to the different conditions in which the organisms are found in, and these conditions include different types
One. Okay, I'll come back to you to explain why I gave you one. All right, Adisadel College with the same preamble. Peripatric speciation. Yes, Abdul Wadad.
So, peripatric speciation refers to the type of speciation which results as a result of the organisms being or existing in small subgroups, and these subgroups are dispersed from one another. So the frequency of interaction between the species is relatively low. Thereby, they develop certain characteristics which make them differ from other species, and over time, they become different from those species.
I'm not accepting it. Yes, go ahead, Romeo.
This is a type of speciation in which some small group of the organisms break from the original species and is located at the periphery of the larger species. That is, they live in close proximity, but they have evolved some mechanisms such that they cannot interbreed viable offspring again.
Yes. So you heard that, right? Okay, they are the periphery. Okay, and that is why they are not able to do it. Now, St. Augustine's, the reason why I gave you the one is because you kept talking about conditions, and the environment. Yes, it has to do with the environment. Parapatric speciation is a type of allopatric speciation. This time it's not a physical barrier. In fact, they are beside each other. The groups are beside each other. But what causes it is an extreme change in the habitat. So the conditions in the habitat change significantly. So you kept talking about the changes in the conditions. That's why I felt I should give you 1 point. Okay? All right. Next set, 10 seconds with a short preamble. No, I'm giving you actually 30 seconds. I'm giving you 30 seconds with a preamble, short preamble to all schools. Preamble. Provide the systematic name of the major product formed in the given reaction. I hope you got that. All right. So, Opoku Ware, the reaction of 3-methyl-cyclopentene with hydrogen chloride. Yes, Andrews.
Everything. Madam, we have 1 chloro, 2 methyl cyclopentane.
You're right. With the same preamble. The reaction of 2-methyl-1-butene with bromine. Yes, Sylvester?
Written methyl. The product formed is 2-ethyl-2-bromobutane.
That's incorrect. Yes. Andrews?
1,2-dibromo, 2-methyl-butane.
You're right. With the same preamble, the reaction of 4-ethyl 3-methyl cyclohexene and hydrogen gas. Abdul Wadud.
1-ethyl 2-methyl. 1-ethyl 2-methyl cyclohexane. 1-ethyl 2-methyl cyclohexane.
Hex.
In.
Okay. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. For the given set of experimental data obtained by repeated measurements of the same quantity in each case, state the best experimental value as a quantity together with its error. Did you get the preamble? Again. For the given set of experimental data obtained by repeated measurements of the same quantity in each case, state the best experimental value as a quantity together with its error. All right, so your data, we are measuring D in centimeters. And we have 12.40, 12.60, 12.50, 12.40, and 12.60. Romeo?
It is, the best value is 12.50 in centimeters. And the error is plus or minus 0.01.
2 out of 3. The right answer, 12.50 plus or minus 0.04 centimeters. With the same preamble, St. Augustine's, we are measuring I in milliampere. The values are 165, 166, 164, 164, and 166. Yes, Sylvester?
The best experimental value is 165 milliampere, and it is, the relative error is by 4 milliampere. So giving it as an expression, it is 165 plus or minus 4, all that in milliampere.
2 out of 3. The right answer is 165 plus or minus 1 milliampere. Adisadel College, with the same preamble, we are measuring V in volts. And our values are 2.00, 1.95, 2.05, 1.90, and 2.10. Yes, Abdul Wadud or Prince.
Yes. 2.00 in volt.
In volt, it is 2.00, and the error is plus or minus 0.05.
2 out of 3. The right answer is 2.00 plus or minus 0.03 volts. Okay? The error estimate is the standard deviation. You people need to go and learn how to calculate standard deviation. All right. Next 30 seconds with a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Find the constant term in the expansion of, that's the preamble. The expression 2x plus 1 over x. This expression raised to the power 8. Yes, Andrews.
28 produces 17. We have the constant term to be equal to 105. Yes, sir.
That's incorrect. Go ahead.
1120.
Yes. With the same preamble.
So 8 combination.
The expression x squared plus 2 over x. This expression raised to the power 6. Yes, Sylvester.
240. 240.
Yes. With the same preamble, the expression 2x squared plus 1 over x. This expression raised to the power 9. Yes, Abdul Wadud.
672.
You're right. Next set, 10 seconds. Opoku Ware, what are biofertilizers? Yes, Romeo.
Biofertilizers are materials that are biological material that has dead or living plant and animal tissue, which is able to add nutrient to the soil upon its application to the soil, add nutrient to the soil so that plants will take it up for growth and development.
1. They are substances that contain microorganisms. Microorganisms, not just any dead or living, microorganisms, which when added to the soil will increase fertility, as you mentioned. Okay? So they have to be microorganisms. Okay. All right. St. Augustine's, how does rhizobium promote plant growth? Yes, Sylvester.
So rhizobium, it is capable of forming a mutualistic association known as mycorrhiza with the root of certain plants. So by forming such a mutualistic association with the root nodules of plants, it is capable of using its biochemical reactions to fix nitrogen, that is, make nitrogen compounds that are present in the soil which are unavailable for plant absorption. It makes them or changes them into forms such as nitrates and fixes them into the root nodules of plants and serves as a source of nitrogen for plant growth, which helps the plant in its nutritional requirements.
Okay. Adisadel. What is vermicomposting? Abdul Wadud.
Okay. So, vermicomposting refers to the process by which worms are employed in order to break down organic material into smaller and simpler components, which would... It's not coming. Into smaller components or into nutrients which would make them available for plant uptake. So these worms or these worms are used to, cause they move in the organic matter and they feed on them and then decompose them as they do this, and they make nutrients available for uptake by plants and other organisms.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds. And I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Calculate the enthalpy change for the given reaction using the given standard enthalpies in kilojoule per mole. Please give your answer to 1 decimal place. I hope you got your preamble. Okay. Did I see a head shaking over there? He got it. All right. So, Opoku Ware. H2S is equal to negative 20.5. H2O, negative 285.8. SO2, negative 296.8. And the reaction is 2H2S plus 3O2 going to 2H2O plus 2SO2. Andrews?
Madam, we have negative 1,1,2,4.2 kilojoule per mole.
Yes. With the same preamble. With the same preamble. CO2, negative 393.5. H2O, negative 285.5. C2H4, positive 52.5. And the reaction is C2H4 plus 3O2 going to 2CO2 plus 2H2O. Go ahead.
Okay. Negative 1410.5 kilojoules per mole.
Yes. Now your major question with the same preamble. NaCl, negative 411.0. H2O, negative 241.8. HCl, negative 92.3. NaOH, negative 426.0. And the reaction is NaOH plus HCl going to NaCl plus H2O. Abdul Wadud.
Negative 134.5 kilojoules per mole.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds. Opoku Ware. Find the magnitude of the magnetic force on a 2.0 millicoulomb charge moving with velocity 2.0 I plus 1.5 J meter per second in the magnetic field of flux density 3.0 K Tesla. Andrews.
We have 15 Newton, 15 Newton.
That's incorrect. Okay, go ahead.
The force is given by 9.0 I minus 12J, all that in millinewton.
Oh, after all that, no. The right answer is 15 millinewton. 15 millinewton. Your major question. Find the magnitude of the magnetic force on a 5.0 millicoulomb charge moving with velocity 30.0 J plus 12.5 K meter per second in the magnetic field of flux density 0.80 I Tesla. Sylvester?
The magnitude is 130 millinewton.
You're right. Adisadel College. Find the magnitude of the magnetic force on a 24 millicoulomb charge moving with velocity 6.0 I plus 8.0 K meter per second in the magnetic field of flux density 0.50 J Tesla.
Some 2 seats for him and his.
Okay, go ahead.
Sure.
Yes.
120 millinewton.
Yes. Next set, preamble to all schools. Preamble. Preamble. Find the range of values of theta on the interval 0 less than theta less than pi over 2 for which, that's a preamble, I hope you got it. You didn't. Denzel. Okay, one more time. Find the range of values of theta on the interval 0 less than theta less than pi over 2 for which Opoku Ware, half less than sine of theta less than root 3 over 2. Yes, Andrews.
We have pi on 6 less than theta less than pi over 3.
Last.
Less than pi over 3.
Yes. St. Augustine's with the same preamble. One less than tangent of theta less than square root of 3. Sylvester?
Pi on 2 less than theta less than pi on 3.
That's
all
incorrect.
That.
Pi on 4 less than theta less than pi over 3.
Yes. Your major question. Your major question. Zero less than cosine of theta less than half. Yes, Prince.
Theta less than pi over 3.
That's incorrect. Yes, Denzel.
Pi over 2 less than theta less than pi over 3.
The right answer, pi over 3 less than theta less than pi over 2. Last set of questions for the round. 10 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Explain how closed ducts of salivary glands of humans can cause the given condition. Did you get your preamble? Again, explain how closed ducts of salivary glands of humans can cause the given condition. The condition for you, Opoku Ware, is sensation of increased acidity in foods. Yes, Romeo?
So the salivary gland secretes many substances, and such of these is the bicarbonate ions, which serve as buffer. So if the salivary duct is closed and the secretion of the salivary glands are not delivered to the mouth, then there will be cessation of increased acidity, since there will be no bicarbonate ions to help regulate the pH of food in the mouth.
Yes. With the same preamble. Impaired digestion of carbohydrates. Yes, Sylvester?
The impaired digestion of carbohydrates is as a result of, so when the salivary ducts are closed, That is, there is the saliva that has been secreted by the salivary glands. Only that amount of saliva is being kept in the mouth. So as a result, the enzyme responsible for carbohydrate digestion, that's the salivary amylase, is in limited supply. That is, it is not in, it's not being regularly changed, and it's also in limited supply. So as a result, there is inactivation of the salivary amylase in order to digest the carbohydrates, thereby causing an impaired digestion in the digestion of carbohydrates.
2 out of 3. I will explain to you why in a bit. Adisadel College with the same preamble. Bacterial infection. Yes, Abdul Wadud.
So the saliva secreted by the salivary gland contains certain substances such as water and certain antibodies or certain molecules that fight against the bacteria. So when the salivary ducts or the glands are closed, the secretion of saliva reduces, and the water which is responsible for washing out, or the saliva which is responsible for washing out the bacteria if they invade the buccal cavity, or the molecules, the antibodies which are supposed to fight against the bacteria are absent. Therefore, the bacteria are able to grow in the buccal cavity and then multiply, causing bacterial infections.
I'm not giving you. Is there time for any bonus? Anyway. All right. So, please, gentlemen, the ducts are closed. That means you are not even producing saliva to begin with. Okay, that's a problem. Saliva is not being produced. Not that it's produced in limited quantity, as St. Augustine's was trying to tell me, and so they have limited amylase. No, you don't have. So where are the digestive enzymes going to come from if it's not coming from saliva? So it's not going to digest, okay? That is why I gave you partial credit. Similarly, you are even talking about antibodies, my goodness. No. So saliva contains polysaccharides. The things you should be telling me about are lysozyme and thiocyanate ions. These are the ones that destroy bacteria and prefer bacterial infection, okay? And so if you don't have saliva, you may have more bacterial infections. So all those things you're telling me about saliva washing out, that was neither here nor there. Okay, and that's the end of the first round. Before I announce the scores for the first round, I have an announcement. The second set of biology questions, the question that went to St. Augustine's, the question was, how does rhizobium promote plant growth? I think I gave the mark partial credit to St. Augustine's. Biology consultant is very unhappy with your answer. It says I should withdraw the points from you, so no points for that one, okay? All right. Just to be on the safe side, let me share the answer that was expected. Rhizobium lives in symbiotic association with leguminous plants, specifically in their root nodules. It traps the atmospheric nitrogen and converts it into ammonia that enhances the growth of plants. This was what biology consultant wanted. All right. At the end of the first round, St. Augustine's College has 13 points. Adisadel College has 18 points. Opoku Ware School has 25 points. Round 2. This round is also known as a speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools at the same time. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, Opoku Ware School? Thank you. Yours, St. Augustine's College. And yours, Adisadel College. Thank you. If you answer the question on the first clue, on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. However, if you attempt to answer a question and you are unsuccessful, either your answer is incorrect or you do not provide an answer in a reasonable time, you lose a precious point. For questions which require calculations, you have 30 seconds to present an answer. If there are no calculations, you have 10 seconds to do so. Best wishes, everyone. First set of questions, 10 seconds each. Explain why a nail inserted in the trunk of a mahogany tree at a height of 1 meter. Yes, Romeo.
It will still remain at a height of 1 meter after some time. This is because the plant growth by increasing in girth and increasing in length, but the increase in length is due to apical meristem, which happens only at the tip. So it is not lengthwise, it occurs only at the tip. And with the size, it will increase in girth by the work of the lateral meristems. So at that point, 1 meter below the tree, after some time, it will be observed to still be 1 meter there because the increase in height will be from the tip but not from the whole plant.
Okay. one. The number of chromosomes in the shoot tip cells of a maize plant is 20. What is the number of chromosomes in the micro? Yes. Go ahead. Sylvester?
20.
Yes. Next one. The most abundant immunoglobulin, IgG, is divided into 4 subclasses: IgG1, IgG2, IgG3, and IgG4. Which of the subtypes possess or possesses the ability to cross the placenta? Yes, Prince.
IgG3.
That's incorrect. Did you ring? There are actually 2 of them. There are 2 of them. IgG3 and IgG4. Next set, 30 seconds each. First one. A hypothetical element E has 2 isotopes, E1 and E2, with a respective natural abundance of 65% and 35%. Given that the isotopic mass of E1 is 72.0 and the average atomic mass of E is 55.2, determine the isotopic mass of E2. Yes, which of you? Sylvester? Go.
24.
I'm not accepting. Go ahead. It went off. Okay. The right answer is 24.0. Next one. Next one. Determine the sum of the whole number coefficients of all reactants in a balanced equation of the reaction taking place during the complete combustion of benzoic acid. Yes.
Yeah.
Prince.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
17. 17.
Yes. Next one. The equilibrium reaction 2A plus B going reversibly to 2C plus D has an equilibrium constant of 2.5 times 10 raised to the power -3. What will be the value of the equilibrium constant for the reaction 4C? Yes.
For scream.
Romeo.
1.0 by 10 exponent minus 2.
That's incorrect. I continue reading. Oh, you rang. Go ahead. Prince.
Okay. 6 point. No, 1 is it. 6 times 10 exponent -6.
That's incorrect. Did they ring? Okay, so I continue reading. For the reaction 4C plus 2D going reversibly to 4A plus 2B. Yes, which of you? Sylvester?
1.6 by 10 exponent +5.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds each. At 25 degrees Celsius, a certain liquid rises 7.2 centimeters in a vertical capillary tube of internal diameter 0.40 millimeter, placed in a beaker of the liquid. How high will the liquid rise at the same temperature in another tube whose internal diameter is 0.48 millimeter? Yes, Sylvester.
6.0 by 10 exponent -3 millimeter.
That's incorrect. Did someone else ring? Yes, go ahead.
Kind of. We have 0.60 centimeters. Some of kind.
The right answer is 6.0 centimeters. Next one. A 600 Newton object at rest on a pivoted plank is pushed up the plank by a constant horizontal 200 Newton force as the angle of the plank mixed with the horizontal is varied. Find the limiting static coefficient of friction between the object and the plank if the object just begins to slide down when the plank makes 45 degrees with the horizontal. The right answer is 0.5. Next one. Two 8.0 kilogram balls are 0.20 meter apart. Find the magnitude of the gravitational force each ball exerts on the other? Yes, Sylvester?
So, the gravitational force is given by 1.1 by 10 to an exponent of 1 Newton.
That's incorrect. Did you ring? You rang. They rang. Okay, go ahead.
1.1 by 10 exponent negative 7 newtons.
Yes. Last set, 30 seconds each. Find all real solutions of the equation x raised to the power 6 minus 64 is equal to 0. Yes. Denzel, go ahead.
X such that x is equal to plus or minus 2.
Yes. Given that n permutation 3 is equal to 210, find the value of n. Yes. Andrews?
We have 8.
That's incorrect. N is 7. Last question of the round. Evaluate 2 multiplied by tangent of 15 degrees divided by the expression. Okay, go ahead, Prince.
Root 3/3.
You are right. And that's the end of the second round.
That's innovation from Goyle that takes you further. New Gold Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and Goyle has innovated to stay ahead. Expertly crafted lubricant that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. Goyle. Good energy.
Of the second round, St. Augustine's College has 17 points. Adisadel College has 22 points. Opoku Ware School has 27 points. Round 3. This round has the problem of the day. At stake is the Prudential Life Insurance Nsmq Star. The Nsmq Star is a reward for any school that earns a perfect score of 10 points in the round. At this stage, that means semifinals, a star is worth 3,400 Ghana cedis to the team. I hope you'll be working hard towards it. Okay, good. All right, so the problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you have 4 minutes to present an answer on the screen behind you. As mentioned, it's worth 10 points. Contestants, please stand. Kindly drop your pens. And now you may pick up your sheets. We are only reading. I will tell you when to start. So let's read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. One of the effects of the war in Ukraine is a global shortage of chemical fertilizer. Food supplies could be threatened if more fertilizer doesn't get to the world market. farmers who do not get adequate supply of fertilizers have resorted to the use of manure. A farmer at Abrankese Nyamiani in the Bosomtwe district treated her 2 crop fields, plots A and B, with manure and chemical fertilizers respectively. Keeping all other environmental factors the same, the figure presented below shows the field crop yields for the 2 plots. Contestants, please study the figure carefully and answer the questions that follow. So the figure is there, it's a beautiful graph. 2 plots, 2 results for yield. This is what it looks like. All right, so now the questions. First one, explain why plot B shows a sudden increase in and then a gradual decrease in yield. Question 2, why did it take a relatively long time for plot A, the graph, for that to peak? And then finally 3, what is the significance of the different patterns of the 2 graphs? Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. attention and resume your seats.